What's going on, rugby fans? It's a tough time to be an All Black supporter right now, and the pressure is seriously mounting on head coach Scott Robertson. After that bruising 33-19 loss to England at Twickenham, the dream of a Grand Slam tour is officially over. But this isn't just about one loss. This is part of a worrying pattern that's got everyone asking some hard questions. Let's rewind a bit. When Robertson took the helm from Ian Foster, expectations were sky high. This was the man who led the Crusaders to an unprecedented 7 straight Super Rugby titles. He was supposed to bring a fresh, innovative, and winning culture back to the top. But so far, the reality has been, well, disappointing. We still haven't clinched a rugby championship title under his leadership. And who can forget that record-breaking loss to the Springboks back in September? It was the heaviest defeat in All Blacks history. These aren't the stats we're used to seeing next to the Silver Fern. So, what's going wrong? Former All Blacks scrum half Steve Devine, who earned 10 caps for his country, has some strong opinions. Speaking on the rugby run, Devine didn't hold back. He said, and I quote, "My feeling on the coaching staff is there's certainly something missing. They're not all on the same page. That's a massive statement." He points directly at the attack, suggesting there's a lack of understanding and cohesion among the players and coaches. And you can see his point when you look at the game against England. Devine noted that when the All Blacks did manage to get the ball out to the wings, they looked dangerous. They found space, they made ground, and they even scored 2 tries down one side. England's defensive strategy, rushing up in the middle, naturally leaves space out wide. It was the obvious play. But after some early success, we just stopped doing it. Devine thinks it's a confidence issue, but also a sign that the team isn't unified in its approach. It looked like they were second-guessing themselves, which is so unlike the All Blacks we know. The strange thing is, some parts of the game are working. The set piece, for example, under the guidance of the highly rated Jason Ryan, has been pretty solid. Our scrum and line-out have held up well for the most part. But the attack? It's been sputtering ever since the 2023 World Cup. It feels like the engine just won't fire up. And maybe the coaching turmoil has something to do with it. We lost our attack coach, Leon McDonald, just a few games into Razor's tenure. The team decided not to replace him directly. Now, just before this Northern tour, it was announced that backs coach Jason Holland is also on his way out. That's a lot of disruption in a key area of the game. You can just lose to key attacking minds and expect things to run smoothly without a clear succession plan. This leads us to the core of the problem, according to Steve Devine. He believes the All Blacks have lost their attacking DNA. Remember the days when teams were terrified to kick the ball to us? They knew that any loose kick would be returned with interest, sparking a lethal counterattack from anywhere on the field. That was our trademark. That unpredictability, that flair, that ability to punish any mistake. But now, as Devine puts it, we just seem to be so structured now, we're a bit lost at times on how to attack. It's something I don't think I've ever seen from an all-black team before. It's almost as if the players are thinking too much, sticking to a rigid game plan instead of playing what's in front of them. The instinct seems to be gone. We're seeing less of that off-the-cuff brilliance and more of a predictable, patterned style of play that top international defenses are finding easier and easier to shut down. It is a massive departure from what made the All Blacks the most feared team in world rugby for decades. The identity crisis is real. Are we a team that grinds out wins through structure, or a team that dazzles with attacking flair? Right now, it feels like we're stuck in the middle, trying to be both and mastering neither. The loss to England also had immediate consequences in the World Rugby rankings. England has now leapfrogged Ireland to take the #1 spot after that dominant performance. Seeing another team climb to the top on the back of a victory against us is a bitter pill to swallow. It just reinforces the feeling that we're not just losing games, we're losing our aura of invincibility. Let's be fair, England played a brilliant game. George Ford was magnificent in controlling the match, and young players like Henry Pollock were absolutely outstanding. You have to give credit where it's due. But from an All Blacks perspective, it's not just about the opposition playing well. It's about our own inability to respond, to adapt, and to impose our own will on the game. So, where do we go from here? The pressure on Scott Robertson and his remaining coaching staff is immense. They need to find some answers, and they need to find them fast. The public and the media are running out of patience. The constant refrain of building and processes will only work for so long. Eventually, you need to deliver results. The big question is, can Razor rediscover that attacking magic? Can he get the players to trust their instincts again? Can he create a cohesive coaching unit that is all pulling in the same direction? He needs to figure out how to blend the necessary structure of modern rugby with the free-flowing, intuitive attack that is the true DNA of the All Blacks. It's a huge challenge. Maybe it involves bringing in a new, dedicated attack coach with a clear vision. Maybe it involves a fundamental rethink of the game plan. Or maybe it's about empowering the players, guys like Richie Moyunga, Beauden Barrett, and our brilliant outside backs, to play with the freedom and confidence that made them superstars in the first place. One thing is for sure, the All Blacks are at a crossroads. The rest of the world is catching up and, in some cases, surpassing us. The old ways aren't guaranteed to work anymore. Scott Robertson was brought in to usher in a new era of success. Now, he faces the biggest test of his coaching career to fix a broken attack and restore the pride and fear associated with the Silver Fern. What do you guys think? Is the structured attack the main problem? Is the coaching staff the issue? Or are the players just not performing? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. I'd love to hear what the fans are thinking. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more rugby analysis. Catch you in the next one.